Okay, so in this video, we're gonna show you how to do a hammer using the Loft feature. So let's start over here by showing the origin. And I'm gonna expand this, and I'm gonna keep the front. So I'm gonna hide X, Y, and I'm gonna hide the Y, Z. And clicking here, I'm gonna go here to where it says construct. So click here in the offset plane, and we can type it here. We're gonna go into this direction, so we're gonna go -25. Press enter. We're going to repeat that 2 more times. So out of the front one, we're going to go -25. Press enter. And out of this one, once again, the front, we're going to go another -25 and press enter. So this is going to look like that. We're going to make another one after that one, but let's stick with this one first. So choosing by clicking this front place, right? This is the front plane, the XZ. Make sure you have that one selected. We're going to go to create sketch. And then we're going to go to create, look for rectangle, and select center rectangle. Once with that one, let's go to the center. Let's open it up. All right, and we're gonna dimension this to be 60 by 60. This is gonna be a square technically. All right, and that's it. Finish sketch. Now selecting the second plane, or the first plane that we made, the first reference plane, you're gonna go to sketch, and this time we're gonna be drawing a circle. So we're gonna select a circle, go from the center as well, and we're gonna be making a circle. Doesn't matter the size right now, I'm just making a circle, which we are going to be dimensioning. And this circle will be 50. So 50. There we go. Now on this second plane, we're gonna go to a different sketch. We're gonna be making another circle, also from the center, almost right there touching the edges. So about there, this circle will be enter, and as you mentioned, this circle, I think this one actually will be 86 if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Yeah, it was on the outside, so it will be 86. Press sketch, and then on the last front plane, we're gonna make another sketch, also another circle from the center, and will also be dimensioning to 86. So finish sketch. So you can see we have all of these faces. So we have the figures, all of these shapes in different planes. So all we're gonna do is you're gonna be using the Loft feature. So we're gonna go to create, look for Loft, and we're gonna start. You can see we have profiles and then some rails and some things. So we'll do it in a little bit. So just click this front shape, the next one, and notice how it makes an extrude a 3D model. So let's click the next circle, and notice how it's bending, right? Because it's basically combining all of the shapes. And then let's click on the square, and look how we made that shape, right? It makes like the head of the hammer. So you just press OK, and that's the front part of the hammer. So now we still need to do a couple more things. So let's do from this place, we're gonna do another offset plane, and this time we're gonna go back, and this time we're gonna type it. This will be, I believe, 200 millimeters. So it will be 200. Let's press OK. And in that plane, we're gonna be making another drawing. So let's make another sketch in that face. We're gonna go once again to we're gonna start with a line. I'm gonna start with a line to make this easier. So I'm gonna start with this line. So just select any line. So line, make sure I zoom in. I go here towards the center. Yeah, it looks blue, so it's center. And I wanna make this a reference line. So now my construction line. And using the bottom of that line, I'm going to make another rectangle, center rectangle from this bottom point, something like this. And the dimension for this will be 5 millimeters by, from this point to this point, it will be 75. So from the center, so technically it will be 150 out of it. and I want, so it will be something like this. So yeah, it's a little bit lower, so that's fine. Let's get that back face. And I'll make another dimension that from this to this point, let's say this will be about, let's say it's about 35. Let's see. If not, we can always change that. All right, so we have that. We can always change to the isometric view. And yeah, it looks something like that because I want to make my curvature. All right, so I think I might have made mine a little bit different, but you know, you can always change that length. So all right, let's make another sketch. This time we're gonna be using in the, oh, I guess before we do that, let's select this. Which plane is it? It's the YZ. Select the YZ plane. Now you can see it from the side. And we're gonna be going to create and select spline and control point spline. So I'm gonna get as close as I can to the edge of this part here. Get as close as possible. One there we go. And one here, so make those three. And just press OK. And then using this, you can drag it out so you can make the curvature of the hammer, right? Of the hammer here. So something like that is good. It's just in SolidWorks you'll be able to do this, but here you'll use that in a little bit. You'll see why. You see our curvature, finish sketch. And now you can close this and let's go once again to Loft. So this time the profile, let's just erase that one, delete that one. So profile, we're gonna be using the back of this, or I guess open it, Loft, the back of this face. We're gonna be using, touching this rectangle, and you can see how it goes straight, right? But we want this hammer to be curved. So you can go over here to the center line. We're gonna click the line that we made, and look, it makes the bend for us. So, all right, so we click center line, we click the line, okay. And now we made we can now just hide the origin, and we make the head of our hammer. Now all we need to do is just do the cut. It's pretty straightforward. But this is how the hammer should look like. You guys can already save this progress so it doesn't erase. But now I'm gonna do the head, so the cut, so this will vary. So I'm gonna select sketch. I'm going to select, I guess, the XY plane, right, top plane. And I'm going to be making, once again, a line from the center all the way back, which is going to be our reference line. So normal construction. And then from here, I'm going to create another center. You know, there's a different ways to do this, but this is the way that I find the easiest. So making the center rectangle. We're making about a line over here, not towards the front, or here, and just a rectangle like that, you know. I think it might vary the ones that I have in the pictures. So with this, we can dimension this, right? So we can say that I think the ones that I have in my picture, I need to see. Okay, so I saw the ones that I have. So I think I made from this center to this point, I made this to be 60. Going back, I made that from this center to this line to be 30. And then I made from here to here. I think I made this one to be 140. There we go. Yeah, so like that. And then I'm gonna make just a couple lines. So then from here to the center, then from here to here, you know, that triangle, I think it looks nice. Then I'm gonna use the trim to basically cut all the other things. All right, so we left with that triangle. I think it looks good. I don't think it looks crooked unless I made it crooked. You know, it's maybe just a perspective, but I think it's good. It's going through the center. So anyways, I think that's good. I'm gonna go here, click on extrude. I'm gonna select cut, and instead of one side, I want to do two sides. We can always do symmetric, you know, symmetric is essentially the same. And I'm just gonna drag it. It's cutting through both sides, and just doesn't matter how much. Just gonna make a cut and press OK. And I have the head of my hammer. So this is how yours is going to look like. So your dimensions might vary slightly depending on how you make your center, but this is my hammer. So this is how I made it. I'm gonna save this and make the drawing out of this one. So hopefully this videos help you. And if you have any questions, you can always let me know. Thank you.